Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, I'm Brittany. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here today. So today we're filming a very exciting video. We're going to be doing a review and swatches over the new Nude Huda Beauty palette, which is this baby right here. I'm super duper excited to show you guys this palette just because I think it's so beautiful. So we're going to be doing swatches first, and then I'm also going to be showing you how I got this eye look using a lot of the shades just because I wanted to use as much as I could so I could show you how each shade works. So this baby right here retails for $65, so it's the same exact price as her Desert Dusk palette, and it's the same exact size as well. So in the palette you get 4 multi-reflective shades, you get 10 matte eyeshadows, 2 glitters, and 1 pressed pearl, and then you also get a concealer base in the palette as well. Now obviously this palette consists of lots of nudes and mauve-y pink shades, which I just love the color story. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. If you guys want to see my review over this palette, let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright guys, here she is, nice and clean in her box. It has this white box, but it's very sheer so you could see through it. It's really unique. So this is the actual packaging of the palette. It says New Nude Huda Beauty, and it has a picture of Huda on it. Let's go ahead and open it up. It comes with a big size mirror and this little shadow cover which has her face on it. So these are the beautiful colors, and she does have the names printed on the eyeshadow palette, which I really love because I never keep those plastic things that have the names on it. So I cannot wait to swatch this, so let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go from left to right on each row. So starting off with this color, this one is called Bear, and it's just your nice basic base color. So this one is Bear. Hopefully it'll show up on my arm. I love when eyeshadow palettes have this color just to go ahead and set everything down before you get started. So that one is Bear. Next up we have this beautiful sparkly shade, and it's in the color Crave. Oh, I could definitely feel the chunkiness in it. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Let's go ahead and see how this one swatches. Oh my Jesus. Do you guys see how beautiful that is? Okay, so it smooths out once you do smooth it out. It doesn't keep the chunks in there, but that is just a beautiful color. It has lots of multicolored flecks in it. Alrighty, the next color we have is called Play, which is this really good transition shade. It's like a peach matte. So let's go ahead and see how this one swatches. Ooh, that one is really pigmented. It does have some powder kick up if you guys could see. Next up we have the color Fantasy. Again, you could feel the chunkiness, but it kind of smooths out once you rub your finger in it. This one is Fantasy. Oh my gosh, these ones are so pigmented. Every time I hear the word fantasy, I think of Mariah Carey. That is beautiful. Now we move on to another matte. This is called Love Bite, and it's a really pretty eggplant shade. That is really nice. It's a little bit more sheer than this peachy color. Let me go ahead and build it up. There we go. So that one is Love Bite. Next up we have Spanked. I love that name. It's a beautiful mauve color. That one is Spanked. Go ahead and build it up a little. They just feel so smooth. Next up we have Lace, which is like a pastel purple shade. So this one is Lace. Really nice. It shows up very well for being a really light pastel color. Next up we have Daydream. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. So this one is Daydream. I cannot wait to put these on my eyes. So smooth. Next up we have Tickle, which is another mauve color. It's matte too, but it's a lot lighter than this one up here. Oh, it comes off a lot more pink too. They're very similar though. So that one is Tickle. Next up we have the color Excite, which is very similar to the color Cosmo in the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. So let's go ahead and see how this, ooh, okay, so this one is more of a glitter. You could totally tell just by swatching it. Whoa, that was a lot. So let's see how it swatches. Yeah, you could totally tell it's a glitter. I don't know if it's going to swatch the best just because I don't have a base down, but that is the glitter Excite. Next up, I believe we have another glitter. This is called Infatuated. Whoa, a little bit goes such a long way. So that is Infatuated. They're very similar, but I feel like this one has a little bit more purple in it compared to this one that has more red. Next up, we have the color Kinky. Okay, getting a little scandalous over here. This one's like a satin finish. So this one is Kinky. That is really pretty. It's like a cranberry shade, and it's really pigmented. Okay, so next up we have the color Concealed, which is actually a concealer, so I'm gonna wait to swatch that last. So moving on to the next eyeshadow, which is Secret. This is a really pretty cool tone brown with just a hint of pink in it. So there's Secret. Next up we have the color Tease, which is another kind of brown with more purple in it. So this one is Tease. I just love mauve-y colors, so if you're a big fan of mauve, you're gonna love this palette. Next up, we have another matte. This is Raw. It's more of a warm brown, so that is Raw. Oh my gosh, that color's really pretty. Next up, we have the color Charmed. Oh my gosh, that's like a beautiful taupey bronze with pink in it. I feel like everything has a little bit of pink in it. So this one is Charmed. Oh god, that's gorgeous. And last but not least for eyeshadow, we have the color Teddy, which is another matte brown. So this one is Teddy. That reminds me a lot of Velvet Teddy from MAC, the lipstick. That's so funny that it's called Teddy. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to swatching this Concealed shade, which is a concealer base. So it feels very tacky. And it's really sheer, if you guys could see. And so I'm just gonna swatch that right up here. Yeah, very, very, very sheer. I honestly kind of wish that she just put another color in there, just because I feel like I won't use that much, just because I have tons of concealers that are a better consistency. But I don't know, we'll try it on the eyes. Hopefully it won't mess up the whole look, but we will see. And so these are all the beautiful colors. They're so gorgeous. I cannot wait to try this on my eyes. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the eye look. Alrighty guys, I have no idea what I'm gonna do for my eyes, so we are just gonna wing it together. I do already have my eyes primed, and I just used my Tarte Shape Tape and some translucent powder to go ahead and set it. So for my transition shade, I'm gonna take the color Tickle, which is this really pretty pink mauve shade. And this does have some powder kick up, so I'm just gonna buff this in the outer corner of my eye and also into the crease. And I have spot cleaned all my brushes just so we could get this shadow only on our eyes. So far it's blending really nicely. To go ahead and define the crease, I'm gonna take this color right here, Spanked, on my 217 from MAC. Alright, and then I'm going to be packing this on the outer corner of my eye and also really defining that crease. That color is gorgeous! Let's see how well they blend together. And I'm really making sure to take it right here in the inner part as well, because I do think I want to cut the crease later on. So right here is where I tend to get patchy with eyeshadow, and as you guys can see, we have no patchiness whatsoever. Okay, now on that same brush, I'm going to take the color Love Bite, which is this purpley color right here. And we're pretty much going to do the same exact thing with this color as we did the color before, just really defining the crease. We'll see if this even adds any definition. I feel like this is the darkest color in the palette. Yeah, it definitely adds some depth in there. And then bringing that up into the crease as well. Okay, so this is what we are looking like so far. I haven't had any problems with any of the colors, and they blend amazing. No patchiness whatsoever. So far so good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease off camera just to save time, and I'll be back to try some more colors. Okay guys, so crease is now cut. I don't know which sparkly color to use because they're all so pretty. So I'm gonna try to use all the different formulas on my eyes today just so you could see how they all perform. I think I want to take the lightest sparkly color, which is this one right here called Crave. So I'm going to take that on a flat brush, and I'm going to pack this on the inner part of my cut crease. So I'm going to take this about halfway, and I'm really going to pack it on because I want it to look super shimmery, and it just goes on the eyes so easily. I'm actually going to try putting it on with my finger and see if that intensifies it some more. Oh yeah, it definitely does. And then for the upper part, I'm just gonna place that on with my brush. Then I'm just gonna kind of spot clean my brush really quick. And then I'm gonna go in with Daydream, which is this really pretty sparkly pink shade. And I'm gonna pack this one mainly in the center of the lid. Oh my gosh, these are just so gorgeous. All right, so I'm gonna attempt to use this concealed shade, which is the concealer. I'm so scared that it's gonna mess up my eyeshadow because of how tacky it is, but I wanna use this under one of the glitters to see if it will help it stick on. So I'm just gonna take some of that on my flat brush. I'm gonna really load it up on there, and I'm gonna put it right here on the outer part of my eye. Then I'm gonna take the glitter called Infatuated. Oh my gosh, it picks up a lot. Do you guys see how it looks on my brush? And then I'm just gonna pack this glitter right where we put the concealer. Okay, so far so good. It's very chunky. It doesn't look that chunky in the pan. Oh my gosh, it's kind of flaking everywhere. Okay, there we go. So if you smooth it out with the brush, it looks better. Okay, maybe it'll work better with my finger, so I'm gonna take a little bit on my finger and just press it into that concealer. That looks really pretty. Okay, so it's not as intense as I thought it was gonna be. It kind of spreads out and becomes more sheer, but that looks really nice. So now I'm just gonna repeat that same step on this eye. Alright, so now that we have everything down, I want to clean some stuff up. We do have a little bit of fallout from only the glitter, which is really nice because, I mean, you expect fallout with glitter, but I didn't have any with the other shades, which is good. So I'm just going to buff away that glitter. Now to go ahead and re-deepen the outer corner, I'm taking Love Bite once again. And I'm just going to put this right on the outer corner again. And kind of blend it with that glitter. And I'm just using a patting motion. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Hopefully it looks just as good on camera. Okay, so I already did it on this eye, but what I decided to do, because it was looking kind of messy with the glitter because it was starting to get up here because of the glue and everything, or the concealer. But I took a tiny brush in that same color we've been using, which is Love Bite, the dark purple. And I'm just outlining my cut crease to go ahead and clean it up, to make it still look like that cut crease shape. And so I'm just doing that all the way until we get to right here, just to help define the whole eye look. Now that glitter is a little bit hard to work with when you're trying to blend around it, because once it's there, especially if you use the concealer as a base. Alright, so moving on to the lower lash line, I'm taking Love Bite again. We're using a lot of this color. And I'm just taking that on a flat brush, and I'm going to stamp this on my lower lash line all the way up to this inner part right here. To go ahead and blend that out, I'm taking the color Tickle, and I'm just gonna buff this color out. To brighten up my inner corner, I'm gonna take the same shade we used in this inner part, which was Crave, this one right here, and I'm gonna pop that in the inner corner. And I want this to really pop, so we might even wet the brush and see what that does. So I'm just gonna wet my brush with some Fix Plus. Whoa, it really melts the eyeshadow. And then I'm just gonna pop it right here in the inner part. That helped a tiny bit, but they're pretty metallic on their own. Is it just me, or does this side look lighter than this side? Since they have like all that multi-dimension coloring in it, I feel like this side is a little bit brighter just because I had grabbed into a lighter part of the shadow, if that makes any sense. But that is all I'm going to do for eyeshadow. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my winged liner and lashes off camera, and then I'll be back to show you guys the final look and also tell you my final thoughts on the palette. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. What do you guys think? I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of problems trying to do winged liner over this glitter out here, so I suggest you using like a really liquidy liner or not doing liner at all if you're using the glitter. I didn't have any problems with the inner part with the shimmers, so if you want to do a wing liner with some shimmer, it's okay. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and give you my final thoughts over this palette and tell you guys if it was worth it. And you probably already know what I'm gonna say. It's totally worth it. I fell in love with this palette. I loved all the mattes. It blended perfectly. I had no patchiness. The shimmers are amazing. You don't have to use any kind of base with them. You don't even have to wet them with Fix Plus. They're just so metallic and so smooth when they go on the eyes. Now when you do touch it, it does feel like it's gonna be be kind of chunky and hard to work with, but once you smooth it out on your eyes or on the swatch, it just works really good. Now, as for the glitter shades, they work just like another glitter. So if you were to have a loose glitter from NYX or MAC, any of those glitters, that's how these glitters act on their own. You would have to use them with the base. I don't think you could get any really payoff if you use it without a base, so you could use glitter glue or you could use the concealer in the palette like I did. And yeah, so far so good with this palette. I'm so glad I picked it up. I can't wait to keep using it. So I definitely think this palette is worth the $65, but if you can, I would definitely recommend picking this up during the Sephora VIB sale. That's exactly what I did, and I'm so glad I saved on it, but it's just such an amazing palette that I would totally spend full price for it. Okay guys, so that's gonna be everything for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below if you plan on picking up this palette. Also, let me know if you would like to see future looks using this palette, just like different kind of looks than the shades that I used today. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, BritanyRaquell, go ahead and subscribe before you leave. I do make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so that's 3 times a week. My next upload will be on Halloween, and it will be my Halloween makeup look. Unfortunately, I can only film one this year just because of time, and October went so fast for me, so I'm so sorry about that I couldn't really have that many Halloween looks, but I will have one up on Halloween, and I hope that you guys enjoy, so make sure to stay tuned if you want to see that. And so yeah, that's all I have to say. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!